Good evening. Happy Tuesday. I've spent today trying to tune the Dyna, shop Dyna up. So I want to go through a couple of things. Now, you'll notice this is a fifth gear, fourth gear pull area, 100% throttle. And I want to explain the gear ratio, why it's different. When I had the 2 and the 2 on the bike, I had a 55 tooth rear and a 24 tooth front sprocket. So I've chosen in this one to go with a fifth gear pull. Whereas I'm back to a 51 tooth now on the rear and a 24 on the front, and we've gone with a fourth gear run. Now, 2 and the 2 in the brown, 2 and the 1 here. The thing is with this 2 and the 1, I modified the baffle, and I'm going to get a different baffle for it. So evidently, we should see a shift in the torque. I'd like to see it be a little bit higher because we are sort of missing out. But you've got to understand, with the cam set that's in this, which is the Screaming Eagle 264, we've got an intake valve close time of 60 degrees after bottom dead center. This is on both Accords. So with the 2 and the 2, there was a lot of, I guess, building the engine inertia up to get cylinder pressure to a point. We're closer to the 4 grand mark, I'll say 3,800, whereas we are seeing obviously torque a little bit earlier coming in around the same time, but we're not seeing it go as far. There's a lot that goes on when we're doing this. Now, like I said, I'll replace the baffle that's in the bike. I ordered another one, but it's incorrect for this system. It is a Pro Pipe by Vance Hines. These are Vance Hines staggered shots, I think they're called, that were in it, but I lost the baffle out on the street. So this makes it kind of quieter, but not really. But you can tell from the 2 and the 2 how it works earlier. So I'm finding street use power a lot more here, whereas before, don't get me wrong, with the 55 tooth on it, it was shooting up pretty quick. Once you sort of got to an area where it had that, the engine speed availability and the compression to get going, it worked really, really well. So it did make, say 130, and we'll just say 130, whereas now at 126, 123. I would really like to see that torque come up. We are making power sort of all the way to 6 grand, and we're falling off. And I've got a 6,700 RPM limiter on this bike for the reason being that when I'm shifting, wherever, we've got fall off area to go to. But I would really like to see torque move. So I'll try another baffle. It'll be on and off the dyno. I've just got to get some runs done. When I get time, the clutch is a bit sad on this bike now because it has had a fair fucking beating over time for the last 2 years. But on the street, this sort of power is still grouse. And like I said, even going to 4 grand, 4,500, that street area, unreal. But out on the highway, I know, chasing people down, this thing was living up here all the time. So goes to show what a pipe can do, especially when we're going from a 2 into 2, having the result of what, like I said, 5th gear pull, but then going into a 2 into 1, and we're seeing, that marginal fill here where we are using it on the street. So it does shift a lot of the torque in a way, but I still want to see the torque come up, a little bit earlier and just carry a little bit more. Hopefully our baffle can do that. Fascinating shit.